Alright, so this week, the talk everyone mostly voted for, it was split between how do I further my Minecraft service and what's the current Minecraft server trend. We'll go over servers first. I think we all know about the whole HCF phase. Like, there's different phases in Minecraft that come through. Like, there was a whole towny phase that went, there was a whole creative phase that went. There's a big skyblock phase that went, and that's still kind of going on today. I want to go over the HCF scene first because a lot of you were in it, and a lot of you realized how badly it died. Because it's still big, don't get me wrong, but we all know that that peak point that it was, it's not even close to where it was. HCF, if you guys don't know, that's just, hardcore factions. It's basically the server resets after a month. They get a bunch of YouTubers to hype it up, and then there's like a start of the world. And everyone joins. You get there's bans every time you die, and it's stuff like that. And that's a game mode that got really popular all of a sudden. Honestly, I don't know why. HCF to me is very boring. There's very little to do. There's no teleportation, nothing like that. It's just all basically vanilla gameplay. You just hype up this. Yeah, exactly what Invert said. It's you hype it up, the server opens, it gets a couple hundred players on release. After the first 2 days, it dies down a bit. So you get 700 players, it'll die down 300 players. It'll keep that average for the next week and a half. Then it'll die down a little more, and then it'll die down a little more and more until finally by third and fourth week, it's basically dead, and the owners shut it down, and they make all this money, and they have to keep resetting it over and over. And don't get me wrong, it's really good. People are spending $500 on ads. They're just getting all these YouTubers, small ones, to hype it up. They'll hype it up, they'll release the trailer, a bunch of people see it, they save it in their list, they join it on release day because the trailer has the release day on it, and they'll get an influx of players joining. So they get 1,000 players joining, and then it'll quickly die down. And that's when they make the most money, is that first day. And then after that, it's just slow and steady, and then it just keeps dropping. And that was a huge trend, I want to say at least 3 months ago. HCF was popping. There was Viper. I don't know if the owner of Viper's in here now. He's not in here right now. He tried selling me Viper, and Viper was getting almost 2,000 players, and now they're getting only a couple hundred ever since they sold it. It's things like that. And then I think someone said Velt. Yeah, Velt is a HCF server too, right? I know that's partnered with a bunch of YouTubers. A bunch of these YouTubers, they're UHC, and we'll go over that too, because UHC is actually taking over the HCF scene right now. But a lot of these YouTubers, I got in a call with them that are from Velt and partnered with them, and they were talking about their owner. And that's another thing that kills servers, is that whole trend. If you realize it, there's Minecraft servers and then there's Minecraft owners. So Minecraft owners can make a trend too. So I'm gonna go, I don't even know this J Hulk guy, but he's known for making these big servers when the trend comes around. So if he makes a big server and it's some random game mode, he can make a trend just like that. When I first started Hyperbian, we had this custom game mode called Laser Strike, and it was kind of based off this one game mode that was already there. It was laser tag, except it was a lot different. It was there was actual guns and all that stuff, and there was actual sparks flying out. And we also, out of that, we incorporated a game mode called Infected. We got that game mode from, I think it was MW3 that time when it came out. The Infected game mode in Modern Warfare 3 was a huge thing. And when we created Infected, this other server bought it from us, and they were a bit bigger than us, and it started getting bigger on other servers, and everyone started doing YouTube videos with Infected, and it just kept getting bigger and bigger. And that's, you gotta just think of cool things that can trend. So HCF was one. I don't know why. I mean, it got big. It's just, I guess it was different than the normal factions everyone was used to. Factions is always going to be that, one big game mode. I mean, that was that. And so I think the current Minecraft server trend is, I think it's Skyblock and UHC. What do you guys think? Right now, for sure, is Skyblock and UHC. I think Skyblock is dying down a little bit, but UHC is very big right now. That's for sure. If you go and check all these servers, there's Ultra, right? Ultra is a very big server. Velt has UHC too, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, okay, so Velt has UHC. There's a bunch of UHC servers popping out there, and that's because, Arcane too, and that's because of the fact that a bunch of YouTubers are transferring over to UHC, or they're just straight UHC and HCF type YouTubers. So if you go on all these Minecraft YouTubers, you'll see about 4 different type of YouTubers. You got the ones that only does minigames, you have the one that only does factions, you have the one that only does HCF and HC, and you have the one that only does what is that, roleplay, right? Those guys that want RPG servers. That's literally the 4 type of YouTubers you will ever get. There's not one that's in between. Like, all of them are always set on something. So right now you can tell, like, if you go on trending or if you go on all these YouTubers and you see these big like servers, you're gonna see all these YouTubers are specifically UHC. Like, I was talking to Mentally my Midoez or whatever, you know, the best ginger. Actually, I was talking to the owner of Ultra too, and all of them want to break away from UHC right now, just because the fact that like they have to do all these events, they have to keep resetting. There's a bunch of problems with the PvP and like the anti-cheats and all that stuff. That's the thing with the current trend. So right now is UHC. UHC is for sure the current trend. Like UHC factions, like that stuff is the current trend. That no doubt about it. Skyblock is also there. You can tell that the bigger YouTubers, smaller YouTubers are always the UHC ones. Like they peak at like 200k or 250 to 300k, but the bigger ones are doing Skyblock. You can tell too, just because they're kind of in it for the money, so they'll advertise a bunch of these Skyblock servers. You can check this for yourself too. If you go to like .org, you can see all these Skyblock servers that are rising up. Like there's an influx of Skyblock servers. I think ever since that Skyrim server came out, a bunch of people wanted to go with that Skyblock mentality. So I know Skyblock that came out was Minions, if I'm not wrong. Not even just the server trending, like what game mode, but you can also go into what specifics in each game mode. So Skyblock got very big. Things inside that server started trending too. So you see the minions started trending. Bed Wars got bigger. That was, you know, a lot of minigame YouTubers are doing that. Yeah, ore generators, like that's when Skyblock servers got bigger. They wanted ore generators, and with ore generators they started getting more complicated, and like every server still has like their own little twist to it and how you can upgrade it. So that's another thing. Island upgrade, I think that's always been a regular thing, island upgrades. But I think this topic is just so simple. Like, what's the current Minecraft server trend? Like, I can just straight up say, like, it's just UHC and Skyblock. UHC on the higher end, it's a lot bigger right now. It's like HCF, it will die soon. New and upcoming game modes, yeah, that's a definite. There's always new game modes coming out, usually custom mini games, but you know, hopefully there is a new game mode coming out. Like, I know Pixelmon got very big, but you know, we'll see. It's the same thing. They're just going to transition into something else. The HCF YouTubers transitioned into UHC, so UHC YouTubers are just going to transition into something else. So, I mean, I think that's it for the Minecraft server trend. Like, it's a short topic, straight up. It's UHC Skyblock. If you guys want to get on that, get on it before it's dead. Otherwise, start doing a server game mode that you think is going to get very big. Try to get YouTubers involved. Try to get whatever you can involved. Alright, that's it for today's topic. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time.